What is going on, YouTube? What is up? It's me, Vincent McLean, the Con Machine, and I am back finally with another episode of the Monday Night Jibber Jabber. It has been quite a while since I've actually done the live, and there's been a lot that's happened in the past couple of weeks. And then just kind of like on top of that, just kind of trying to refocus and recenter and figure out what I want to do. To be honest, like I wasn't really sure how many more of the lives on Monday I wanted to keep trying to do, or how much of a schedule I want to keep to, or how often I do. There's a lot of stuff up in the air right now, but I just kind of wanted to come on here for a little bit. And I do have a package that came in, so I'll be able to get a unboxing done here tonight at some point. So we're going to roll with that. But yeah, just kind of unsure about where I want to go with, doing the live on Mondays. I don't know if I want to like change days. Whew, good there. I don't know if I want to change days and try to do a live. But I do like the Monday Night Jibber Jabber. I do, but sometimes it's just the end of the day, just kind of like run down, just try to relax. I don't know. We'll see what I do. I will try to keep everybody informed. If it's not going to happen, I will try to be better about that. I didn't do that last week because I was just like, I don't have the time, the energy, or anything along those lines of wanting to do anything with YouTube. And I just had to step away, take a break, and just focus on the Thursday content videos, because that's the one that I'm like 100%. I'm just gonna be here to do that Thursday video. Always gonna make sure it comes out on time. Not gonna miss that unless there's disaster looming, which the previous week there kind of was. Snowpocalypse here in Dallas, Texas was a no joke, completely. So, I just, oh God, you see what I mean? Just like, tired. I should have made some coffee earlier, but I didn't. And now I'm paying for it, but that's okay. But yeah, so just kind of trying to get back in the swing of things, and it's tough. It's tough being a YouTuber. I'll tell you what, because like it's after hours work, right? You don't get paid for it. You put in a lot of time and a lot of effort to make sure that you can bring some good stuff to the table. And when you're on a roll and you're like constantly doing it, it seems like everything's going pretty well. And then something happens, and then like it just all falls off. And, I was looking at I hadn't really been looking at my YouTube analytics for probably like a solid 2 weeks, going on 3 weeks. Especially after what happened up here in Dallas. Yeah, I can't stop yelling. God, this is absolutely ridiculous. I wasn't feeling anything like this until I started doing the live. Oh my God, this is hilarious. Oh shit. Oh man. I'm not actually tired. That's the thing. Like, I don't know where these yawns are coming from. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. But anyways, like snowpocalypse happened up here in Dallas, and that was a bloody nightmare. And so like I wasn't even focusing on trying to do YouTube. So like I was off work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They called the entire building off for the whole week on front half days. So I worked 6 to 4:30 Sunday through Wednesday. and they called it all off. Um, and looking back at it, coming to think about it, the only reason why they called off the building is probably because there was no power, or they were having constant power issues and they couldn't maintain the building on. So they were just going to have to send people home anyways. It wasn't entire. I really don't think it had anything to do with the weather of people trying to get to work. Honestly, how Amazon kind of be sometimes in the warehouse. That's kind of how I kind of pictured it. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. So I was off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday and Monday, or Sunday wasn't too bad. I came home and it was like a normal day because I didn't realize that the building was being closed until 10 o'clock for a late start. And I got there at 6. And then I was like, why is there nobody here? I looked at my app and it showed late start. And I was like, great. So I came back home, passed out for a couple hours, woke back up, headed back out. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I don't know how many times this is going to happen, but I'm going to laugh hysterically afterwards because I don't know why I'm yawning. So I get back to work, and as I'm pulling up, I get a message from my lead, and she tells me, hey, they're closed for the day. So I'm like, okay, great. So I had to traverse through all the craziness on Sunday morning early, get home. The rest of the day was normal. We didn't have any power issues or anything else going on like that. Everything was completely normal. And then I think we suffered a power outage a little bit in the night on Monday morning, and then it came back on. And then there was like on, off for the most part of the day. And then eventually it turned off and it stayed off. And we were still pretty warm. But going into Tuesday, man, it was cold. It was real cold. Tuesday, Wednesday, it was cold. It was real cold. We ended up leaving, I think, Tuesday. And we went up to Corinth to our in-laws and stayed with them for the day and the evening. And then Haley was able to get some work in the next day. And then we left after she was done. We came back home. I had called up to the apartment complex here, was asking about, hey, what's the power situation? You know, we got power. What's going on? We didn't really have too much of a water issue, but we had a major power issue. And I'll tell you what, because it was snowing outside and there was snow everywhere, and if I had to, I could turn the charcoal grill on to just boil water. I'd rather have that than not have power, to be honest. Like, give me power. Give me power so we can get a heater going on, because we don't have propane, so I don't have a propane grill. I have a charcoal grill. And we do have a fireplace. Some of our neighbors, we made some dinner, and we swapped out dinner, and they gave us some firewood that they had. So it was only like 3 logs and like some kindling. There wasn't much, but it was nice for that night. I think it was Monday night that we lit the fireplace up for the first time. And that was actually really kind of nice for what it was. And, you know, I was already making another list in my head of like, okay, I need to add this, I need to add this, I need to add this to the survival list. I have a fairly good survival list of stuff. So, you know, we would have been fine, but I'll tell you what, trying to like cook in the dark, trying to do anything in the dark without like good light source is just absolutely ridiculous. And, you know, we had to like charge our phones in our car for a few hours at a time, you know, once a day. And that was a big pain in the ass. And, you know, bringing the dog in there with us too, you know, the cats are nice and thick furry and they can hide in blankets and everything and stuff like that. But like Tuesday night, man, it was cold. Like my little kitty girl, she is like a big old, she's like liquid with skin. Okay. That's how she kind of is and how she kind of feels. But like, she's pretty fluffy, but she was like stuck between me and Haley in the middle of the night with the blankies and everything like that. It was real cold with no power, no heat, no nothing. It was cold. Some of my other friends that live over there off of 360 in the Arlington area, they didn't have power for like 2 or 3 days, and their apartment got down to like 39 degrees, and that they had dipped out way early. But yeah, so like that entire week, like I wasn't even thinking about YouTube stuff at all. Like not one bit. I wasn't even thinking about like I need to go to the comic book store and pick up my Wednesday stuff. Nope, didn't give two shits about it. It was just like, okay, well, we're putting together a plan of action to like survive and not like die from frostbite, because like it felt pretty bad, you know. It really did. It was like all survival mode. But on the plus side, we made some dank ass freaking awesome chicken vaginas on Sunday or Monday, or whichever day it was, on the charcoal grill. Man, that shit was good. Okay, like I know Hank Hill's all about the propane and propane accessories, but I'll tell you what, charcoal, like there's just nothing like charcoal. It's so good. You know, just cooking like on an open flame, like cooking on like just like a like let me throw down some firewood. We're gonna put a little grate over it and we're gonna cook right on top of it. You can't beat that. All right. Because like with propane, you still kind of get that, you know, gaseous kind of taste a little bit to it sometimes, you know, depending on like how your grill's set up. But like we took like onions and peppers, and we chopped them up in a jalapeno and stuck it in a foil bag and stuck it on the grill too, on the charcoal grill. That shit was good. But yeah, so there was like no comic book stuff going on whatsoever. And eventually we got home, got sorted. We did have the kick to try to go get some Whataburger, but I'll tell you what, like that was insane. Like I don't think I've ever seen lines longer anywhere else other than like trying to get to like a major sporting event. Being real here, like it was crazy. Like Whataburger being open and just like everyone is just wrapped around trying to get in line for Whataburger. So like we came home Wednesday night and we're like, okay, let's try. Maybe it's calmed down. Let's see if we can get our Whataburger on. And no, that wasn't going to work. So we just went to the Market Street, like in the same parking lot over there, to get some food from the grocery store. So, you know, we did do like an extra, you know, good thing. So, but that's kind of like where I've been for a hot minute. I hadn't really been thinking about comic books too much lately. I have purchased some comic books, and I do have like one big one over here. It's not like super big, but like it's a key appearance. Jason Southern Comic Geek, I sent him the photo that I got it in, because it is a variant comic book. I will tell you that. So make sure you stay tuned for Thursday when I reveal what book it is that I got. But I did get this one, so I'm going to go ahead and open this one up. And this one is significant because I think it was done by Alan Moore. I think he was on this one. And, you know, it kind of ties into a major movie that's going to be coming out here soon. You know, it's not this character's first appearance. I've already got that. But it is a really cool looking cover. I got it pretty cheap, or, you know, cheapish, I guess you could say. So, you know, let's open it up and see how good it came out. And I do have some other books that I did purchase some other books, and those should be coming in hopefully sometime this week. And those books are spec books for the upcoming Sandman Netflix series, which I'm super excited to see when it finally comes around, because that's just like a great story. I haven't finished the entire series by any means, but I think I've read up to like issue 5 or 6 or something like that, and it's really good. Oh yeah. So this one's pretty cool. It's in okay shape. It's not too bad. But it's this Godzilla King of Monsters by Dark Horse. I believe Alan Moore was the writer on this. I could be wrong, but let me open it up and double check and see here. You know, Godzilla coming out and everything like that. I've already got his first appearance, so, you know. Okay. I don't know where it was that I saw Alan Moore for this. Okay, so this Godzilla King of Monsters story was done by Randy Stradley with Steve Bissett pencils, Steve Bissett and Ron Randall inks, Art Nichols with Tony Salmon's letters, David Jackson cover colors, Steve Matson additional material. I don't know where it was that I thought Alan Moore was on this. I swear I thought I saw something about that. Interesting. But, you know, it's a really cool book. It's very creepy and like scary Godzilla version. Like the front or the big panel on the inside, you know, it's just really cool. On the back, it's not like a wraparound cover, but you know, it's pretty sweet. And you know, why not add some extra Godzilla? You know, I'm not trying to get like a whole run of Godzilla or anything like that. You know, I've got the number 1 and the 9.2 right here. But you know, I was like, let me get something cool. You know, I'm on a huge monster and horror kick. Like that's what I've been looking for my back issue books, you know, on eBay and stuff like that. That's what I've been looking for. And that's what I got coming in. And it should be, let me see what it says on eBay here. I actually haven't looked up the stuff. All right, so I've got 2 books. Should be coming here soon. Goodness gracious. And they are spec books for the characters that are supposed to be appearing on the Sandman Netflix TV show. Looks like they should be here March 3rd and March 8th. So those are going to be super cool to add. They're definitely very different, like very, very different. And they all kind of like tie into like horror. They kind of have horror, supernatural, suspenseful kind of stuff going on. And, you know, that's what I'm really into right now. That's what I'm trying to find more of and, you know, actually like add to the PC. So, you know, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. There's like a House of Mystery that I want to get. And that's got a first appearance of Kane. And I really want to add that to the PC, which is also a spec book going into the Netflix series and whatnot. So I think it's going to be really cool whenever that TV show actually comes out. We see all the characters. There's been a lot of actors and actresses that have been confirmed for the Netflix Sandman series. So, let's see. Filming began in October 2020. So they've been filming it. That's awesome. And Gaiman is on set to help produce and stuff like that, which is super cool. So the cast so far for the Netflix series. So Tom Sturridge is supposed to be playing Dream. I don't know who that dude is. And then Gwendolyn Christie, who was Brienne of Tarth in the Game of Thrones series, is playing Lucifer, which is really cool. I'm really curious to see like how much of a character like she is gonna like be involved as, because like as far from what I've read so far in the Netflix or in the Sandman series by Neil Gaiman, is Lucifer only appears in issue 4 so far that I've seen, and that's it. And that's his first appearance in comics ever. Lucifer Morningstar, Sandman, issue number 4, first appearance comics ever. Period. So I haven't seen anything else that has come about in the other previous issues so far that I've read. So I don't know how much more that character is going to be in the series, but I'm curious to see what's going to happen. And then there's another actress named Vivian, and I cannot pronounce her last name, so I'm not going to try and look embarrassed. And she's going to be portraying Lucien, who's the librarian of the Dreaming, which is interesting. And then Boyd Holbrook as Corinthian, a nightmare who escaped the Dreaming. And then you also have Charles Dance is going to be portraying Roderick Burgess, a charlatan occultist. And Walter Charles Dance is the guy who plays Tywin Lannister in the Game of Thrones series. So you got Brienne of Tarth and Tywin Lannister. Those actors and actresses are going to be in the Netflix series, which is very cool. He's a great actor. I really like him. Speaking of Godzilla, he was the bad guy in Godzilla King of Monsters. He was the tall blonde dude, gray hair blonde dude that was like, yeah, bad guy. All right. And then it is confirmed we have Abel and Kane that are both going to be there. Yes, they're based on the biblical Cain and Abel storyline. So I got some spec coming in for those two books, and I'm super, super excited to add those because they're all horror. They're all horror themed. So like I'm trying to get more horror, suspense, ghost stuff. I got the Weird Tales #1, which is really cool. I got that like a couple, I think last month or something like that, but I want to get more stuff like that. So I thought I might start with, sticking in the Sandman realm, try to get some of that spec book kind of situation going on, because like, to be honest, like I am so out of realm and so out of touch with like current spec stuff right now. Like I'm so out of it. Like I really haven't been like keeping up with like all of the other creator YouTube videos that are like doing like, new stuff coming out every week, new spec, this going on, that going on. I'm just like, to be honest, I just have not been caring enough to try and like stay on top of the entire spec game, because it's kind of exhausting. And so I've just kind of been like dialing it back a bit and just looking at the stuff that I can purchase here and now, with stuff that might be coming out that I'm interested in, or because I think it's cool and I want to add it to my PC. Other than that, I really haven't been like trying to put like all this time and energy into looking at these books unless like there's actual meaning about it for me, because like I'm not a flipper, I'm not really a seller, I have a very tough time of trying to let go of stuff that I have, to even just like upgrade to like a different book, like a bigger key book, because I like getting keys. That's what I like to do. #1s, first appearance, second, third appearance, whatever, classic covers, there's some type of key stuff, excuse me, about that particular book. And so like I want to pick it up, but I'm just not staying on top of like the speculation stuff, like I even went down last time I went to the comic book store. Like I took crossover off of my pull list because I'm not reading it, and I don't care enough to continue having it. I've got like the first 3 or 4 issues or whatever. It's like, all right, well, I'm good there. So, that could be something I could use to trade up for another key book or something like that. But, I'm just like, I'm looking at the previews world right now, and, it's all new books. That's all it is. Previews is all new books coming out, the next couple weeks or whatnot. And, just like, if I'm not reading it, I'm not trying to pick it up, So like, orders due, Marvel Comics. Now I might do this one because it is Alien #1 under the Marvel Comics banner, comes out, orders due March 1st. I might try to do that. If I miss out, I miss out on it. But, I might try to do that. I don't know. We'll see. But, it's just like, there's just not like a whole lot new stuff that I'm like, I really need this, because like it's going to have value, or I am going to try to get it graded to sell it. Like, I'm just like, It's just not how it is. Like if I'm going to send stuff to get graded, it's because it's going to stay in the PC for me, until something comes about and it's like, hey, I really need to sell some stuff. And so, slabs are obviously going to be a lot easier to do that because you can like get a good solid set price on it. Raw books are kind of hard to sell because like there's going to be too much like disagreements and stuff like that with certain people when they get the book and they're like, hey, you said it's a VF, but it's actually like a fine minus. It's like, what the heck? So I do see here though, however, on the previous world is they have a Predator Origin Years Omnibus hardcover volume 1. That's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind to have an omnibus of Predator #1. That'd be sweet. I'd be down for that. But yeah, so I'm just like, there's only like three or four modern titles that I'm actually reading, that I'm actually enjoying. Once in Future, Venom, King of Black, stuff like that. And then other than that, it's just like, I'm looking for back issue stuff, and it's really kind of tragic because like my wish list has finally like gone down a little bit. So instead of sitting at 150 books on my wish list, I'm down to 130. However, a lot of these books are like on the pricier end, instead of being able to like go in like every other week to pick up some key books, like it's going to be like few and far between kind of situation. So, I'm like having that dilemma too. It's like, okay, like, do I want to try to like do maybe some type of, like a raffle sale? If I was going to do something, I'd do like a raffle sale that I've seen on Instagram. It's like 1 through 20, $10 buy-in, $200 for such and such book, or whatever it was, however you go about that. There's a couple of people I follow on Instagram that kind of do that. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know, but there's not a lot of stuff that I have that I'm willing to part with now because oh God, coming around again. Oh, the yawning is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, my comic book collection overall is right around where I like it to be as far as the amount I have. Definitely trying to go over quality versus quantity. But there are still some quality books that I want to add to the PC. And, just trying to stay on top of that. That's the goal. But it's hard out here for a pimp, if you know what I'm saying. So, there's some books that are going to be easier to pick up as I scroll through my list than others. And, I'm looking forward to the continued hunt, which hopefully on Friday I'll be able to go do. Oh, God. Ugh. I can't stop yawning. You guys made me do this. Oh, goodness gracious. Ugh. I literally wasn't feeling all tired or anything like that up until I started doing the show. And then I realized that I'm going to be talking and I didn't make any coffee. So this is tragic. But yeah, so like the list is nice and long with major key books that I want to try to add. And that's just how the wheel goes. So, but yeah, so I just kind of wanted to come on here for, about 30 minutes or so, do a little bit of live. Thanks for the couple people that have stopped by. Thanks, Grace Carlson, whichever small child it was, putting in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and let you guys know what's been going on with me and that your continued Thursday night comic book content, or your Thursday comic book content will continue. I'm super excited to do this week, and super excited to see what other stuff I'll be able to find at the comic book store, because it has been a hot second since I've been able to dig through back issue bins. So I'm looking forward to being able to try to go do that on Friday. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. All I'm willing to do, because obviously I can't stop yawning, so I'm not going to continue to yawn on camera. But I appreciate everybody watching this. And if you guys catch this on the replay, thanks for stopping by. So I'll see you guys on Thursday. Y'all have a wonderful night. Take care.